So we'll continue with economics monopolistic competition. So we're going to profit maximizing equilibrium in the long run. In the long run, firms produce where marginal cost equals to marginal revenue. So in a monopolistic competition, firms maximize profits in the long run by producing where the MR equals to the MC. Why does this occur? It occurs because in the short run, they make economic profit, and making economic profit attracts new firms. So in the long run, new firms that are producing differentiated products will be in that market. And as soon as they come into that market, what happens with the demand curve? The demand curve will shift leftward. So the demand curve facing a monopolistic competition, in the long run, will face the left side until it becomes zero economic profit. And do you get the point I'm making here? So the analysis now. So the analysis, okay. For short-term profit attracts entry. So any firm in a monopolistic competition will make profit in the short run. So as soon as they make profit, new potential employee or potential firms will like, okay, let's join this market. This market is making wave. Let's join the market. So as soon as they join the market, the market they said can earn profit. Okay, in the short term, firms in monopolistic competition can earn positive economic profit if their demand curve is above their average total cost. So they are making economic profit because AR is above AC. That is how they attract potential firms. But what happens as soon as that occurs? New entries will bring about a shift in the demand curve. So entry shifts the demand curve. So these attract new firms, increasing the supply of differentiated products and shifting the demand curve faced by each individual firms to the left. So each firm would have attracted potential firms into that market, and that shifts the demand curve leftward. Why? Because more consumers will have more opportune choices to make. So the demand curve is shifting to the left because more choices are available for consumers. So more restaurants are available, more furniture shops are available. So this shifts the demand curve to the left. Then zero economic profit in the long run. This process continues until the demand curve is tangent, that means it's touching the average total cost at the profit maximizing quantity where MC equals to MR. So we're going to get to a stage where we're going to have zero economic profit, where the demand curve is a tangent to the ATC. So that means average revenue equals to average cost. Then price equals average cost. So the amount you make, the amount you are selling is based on your total cost. So at that point in time, there's no incentive to enter or exit. Get the point here? It started with you making profit in the short run, economic profit. That attracts new firms in a monopolistic competition. Though these new firms coming into the market are going to sell differentiated products, yes, but it increases the choices for consumers. So because it increases the choices for consumers, that shifts the demand curve facing each firm in a monopolistic competition to the left, tangent to the AC, where your AC equals to your AR. So that means when your AC equals to your AR, you are making zero economic profit. Zero economic profit will bring about no incentive to increase, to enter, or to exit. Because you have entered the market. Now that you're in the market, it might be difficult for you to just leave the market. Do you understand? So the graphical representation is this. In a monopolistic competition, so the average cost is the same as the average revenue. This is where they meet. So at this point, no profit is made. You only make economic profit in the short run where your AR is above your AC. But here they are the same. So no reason to, no incentive to stay or to leave. So in summary, monopolistic competition must have the following conditions. Your MC must equal to your MR because the firm are profit maximizer. We talked about that earlier. And your AC equals to your AR because competitive pressure that follow from the lack of barriers to entry and exit means that the firm cannot either make a loss or earn supernormal profit. You have to, in the long run, a firm in a monopolistic competition cannot make supernormal profit or a loss because they only produce where MC equals to MR. So that's why they're not going to make a loss. And at the end of it all, their AC is a tangent to AR. So which simply means average cost equals to average revenue. So they will break even, but not a loss. So in a monopolistic competition, in the long run, they are neither going to make a supernormal profit nor a loss. And you know why they are not going to make supernormal profit or loss? They're not going to make supernormal profit because they produce where MC equals to MR. and they're not going to make a loss because their AC is a tangent to the AR. I think it's clear. Okay. Now that takes us to productive and allocative efficiency. Are you there?
Yeah.
So go to productive and allocative efficiency in a monopolistic competition. Productive efficiency occurs when firms produce at the minimum average cost. That is productive efficiency. That means you're able to produce at the minimum of your average cost. At the end of it all, it means you are efficient. That is productive efficiency. You produce at the lowest average cost, productive efficiency. Then there's allocative efficiency, which means the resources are being allocated in a way that maximizes the social welfare of consumers. That is allocative efficiency. But in a monopolistic competition, in the long run, firms can neither be productive efficient nor allocative efficient. They can't. Why? In a monopolistic competitive market, neither productive nor allocative efficiency is achieved. Firms in this market structure don't produce at the minimum of their average cost. They produce at a stage where maybe the HC equals to the AR. So that means they are not productive efficient. They cannot make profit. Productive efficiency should bring about profit maximization. So that means they're either producing at a cost higher above the price, above the average revenue. That's why they're not going to be what? Productive efficient. So here I wrote. They set the price where the marginal cost, which indicates that, okay, now. So the first one is about productive efficiency, which means price is set above the average total cost, or almost the same as the average total cost. That means they cannot make profit. That's why they are not productive efficient. Then why are they not allocative efficient? So they set price where P is greater than marginal cost, which indicates allocative inefficiency. So firms in monopolistic competition they are not productive efficient because price is set almost the same as the average cost, or price is set below the average cost of production. They are not allocative efficient because they set price is set greater than the marginal cost. So that means they're going to only sell where the price is greater than the marginal cost. And if price is greater than the marginal cost, it means they only want to sell to those who can afford it. And that is allocative inefficiency, because allocative efficiency means you are allocating resources to meet the welfare of consumers. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So the graphical representation is this. Okay, so if firm produces at price PMC, and that is higher than the minimum average total cost, no productive efficiency. Price is set PMC. This is the price PMC, but the average cost is slightly above it. This is the average cost of production, and price is set at this point. So if you're setting price at this point, because the average cost is going forward, it means you are not productive efficient. Now, for allocative efficiency simply means we are supposed to produce where consumers' welfare are being maximized, but we cannot. The price is set at this, and they are producing at this point where QMC equals to MR. Look at the price sets, and they are producing at this. So this is allocative inefficiency. So this point is allocative inefficiency, and this is not productive efficient. So that means in a monopolistic competition, firms can neither be productive efficient nor allocative efficient. So the graph you will find in a monopolistic competition is allocative inefficiency and no productive efficiency. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Any question about that?
No.
So that ends monopolistic competition.